Hoyoverse has a tendency to bring up the past. They like to use the foundation of what made them who they are today, and to shed light on it, they tend to implement it into their newer games. They've done it for Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and inevitably in the future, Zenless Zone Zero. In this video, we're going to talk about how Honkai Impact 3rd has paved the way for their newer games, and through the span of each new title by Hoyoverse, you will definitely see a crossover from the game that kind of started it all. But before we jump into this video, I just want to say thank you all of you amazing people that have supported the channel so far. In just a little over a week, we hit over 100 subs, and I just wanted to say thank you. If you like ZZZ content and want to support a smaller content creator, hit that sub button and join the grind. If we could set up a 2 sub goal for the vid, it'd mean a lot. Alright, that's enough free promo, let's get into this video. After Honkai Star Rail 3.0 reveal, it became very apparent, and through much thought, I drew up the conclusion that Zenless Zone Zero's future has changed and has been solidified. For those of you that are confused, let's really go through this and break this down. Honkai Impact 3rd is Hoyoverse's golden child before Genshin Impact. It's the foundational piece of Hoyoverse and the title that kind of got the ball rolling for them. Honkai Impact 3rd ran so Genshin could walk. Now, through all of their games, it seems like they like to show a piece of their love from the one who started it all into all of their newer work. For example, in Genshin Impact, Hoyo of the Void makes an appearance at the very start of the game, appearing as the villain that ultimately separates you and your beloved sister, and what really kicks off the start of the game. This interaction alone sets up the possibility that these two stories can intertwine with each other and somehow opens the gate for more future crossovers. Now, within Genshin Impact, their crossovers to Honkai Impact 3rd are a bit less apparent, but if you are a Honkai Impact 3rd knower and enjoyer, you should be able to recognize some of these characters within Genshin. Raiden Mei, Venti, who would be Hoyo of the Wind, Chi-Chi and Sora, Yae Guji and Yae Sakura. Not to bore you with the long list, as there are a ton more, but hopefully you see where I'm getting at. But unlike Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail is a bit different. What seems to be their whole core cast is from Honkai Impact 3rd. I mean, to be fair, HSR is supposed to be a different timeline of Honkai Impact 3rd, so it makes sense. Some notable characters are Welt, Lawocha as Auto Apocalypse, Su Shang and Lee Su Shang, Natasha and Raven, Sealy, Oji Branya and Silverwolf, Himiko, Kafka, and plenty more. Now, from 1.0 to about 2.7, they've kind of strayed away from the Honkai Impact 3rd cast, with an honorable mention to Acheron as Raiden Mei. But with 3.0, it looks like they're back on track, as 3.0 seems like it's a whole new story revolving around more Honkai Impact 3rd characters. Now, I'm sure some of you are wondering how I'm going to loop this into Zenless Zone Zero. Give me about 2 seconds. After HSR's 3.0 character reveals, it really solidified the fate of Zenless Zone Zero's future. Genshin Impact was the next game made right after Honkai Impact 3rd, so sure, it makes sense why they paid homage to it by putting some of their characters in the game. HSR was second, but it seems like HSR is more hands-on with Honkai Impact 3rd, as a lot of their core group is taken from there, as well as their stories are technically tied together, as Welt from Honkai Impact 3rd is the same Welt from HSR. So with all that being said, it makes sense why HSR heavily leans on Honkai Impact 3rd characters. Now, with Zenless Zone Zero, I don't see this changing whatsoever. What really gives me assurance is that Genshin Impact, even though in the same universe as Honkai Impact 3rd, didn't really rely on it too much story-wise, but yet still saw crossovers. A totally different game that doesn't rely heavily on Honkai Impact 3rd's story. Total opposite of what HSR is. I, along with a handful of others in my circle, thought that ZZZ was going to be its own standalone game with very little influence from its previous games, but now I know for sure it's not. And there's nothing wrong with that. I love the idea that we'll be seeing some of my favorite characters from their older work come to the spotlight in ZZZ, especially since I view ZZZ as a modern Honkai Impact 3rd. And knowing how Honkai Impact 3rd turned out after years and years, would love to see a modern game go down the same similar path. I think Hoyo also realizes how a chunk of their fans are hardcore fans of Honkai Impact 3rd, and see how implementing their previous games' characters into their newer games as a business strategy to reel in more money. I mean, have you guys seen Castorace in HSR? She's Elysia from Honkai Impact 3rd. They can have my whole wallet for crying out loud. But truthfully, I don't see Hoyo devs stopping at ZZZ. Soon, and I'm sure very soon, we should be seeing some crossovers from Honkai Impact 3rd, and who knows, maybe even crossovers from Genshin Impact and HSR only characters as early as 2.0. It seems like Hoyo is this huge spider web of separate stories that can intertwine whenever they feel like. Knowing I could see Raiden Mei and ZZZ in the future gets me so hyped. Now, keep in mind, this is only just a theory backed with strong evidence to believe that it's only natural for ZZZ to share some characters from other games produced by Hoyoverse, but the way ZZZ starts off, it seems like they wanted to build their own separate universe within the Honkai universe but totally separate and not overlapping at all. Also, knowing how ZZZ is doing financially and player count wise, it wouldn't surprise me to see them whip out some of these crossover characters to bring people back to the game. All in all, I'm excited to see ZZZ's future. It has so much potential. It's still in the 1.0 of the game, and we know how 1.0 of HSR and Genshin went, so ZZZ is still in the preheating in the oven phase. I'm gonna be patient and let ZZZ work out the initial kinks as I see the potential down the line, and I can see it one day rivaling HSR and Genshin for the number 1 and 2 spot for Hoyo games. Glaze aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you like ZZZ content, consider subbing. For those of you that like the video, I'm more than confident you'll enjoy this video on the screen. We talk about how Hoyoverse likes to edge their fan base and how they've turned it into a common business strategy. Honestly, after saying that out loud, I'm sure that sounds very weird, but you'll have to just watch the video and get the context of it. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching the vid. Let me know your thoughts about this take. Was it a W take? Was it an L take? Let me know in the comments. Stay blessed, you beautiful people. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.